I'm KV or KVNGSTAMPS, and welcome back to another video. And you may be wondering what the heck do I mean, how to make this or how to make that, because in today's video we're going to be making a tutorial. This is how I do all of my thumbnails and how I make all of my profile pictures and everything else that involves Roblox and 3D image making. So the first thing you want to do is load up Roblox Studio, and since I have all the GFXs and everything like made, I'll just show you what you do to get everything in order for you to make it. So first thing we're gonna do is go ahead, we're gonna jump into Roblox Studio. Alright, now once you have RBX Studio open, you're gonna go and find where you make all your GFXs, or you can go into new and select base plate or plastic template. You can select any one of these, it really does not matter as long as you have space for your GFX. I'm gonna open the GFX maker, a thing that I have saved for my GFXs. So you're gonna need two plugins. You're gonna need an animation plugin and you're gonna need load character light. Now, if you do not know what I'm talking about, you want to select plugins over here, like I have. And if you do not have this character or animation editor, but like the animations in All Pro, then I'll show you how to get those. And also, I have smooth camera, which makes my camera move around ever so smoothly and beautifully. Just awesome. Okay, so also you're gonna need Explorer profiles, and you're gonna not profiles, but properties. Look at that, stupid, can't read. Then toolbox. To get these, you want to go to home and you want to select toolbox. That's how you get toolbox, and then you select view. You can get toolbox from here as well. You want to select explorer and properties. That's how you get these two and toolbox. So now you want to go back over here and you want to select this drop down menu. It's under this little bag, shopping bag right here called the marketplace. You want to select this drop down menu and you want to select plugins. So now you want to type load character. Once you have load character typed in, you want to hit search. Once you hit search, you should see these three things pop up. One for 50,000 Robux by Already Pro, another for 100 Robux by Already Pro, and then one that is completely free by Already Pro. You want to select the free one. This one is less buggy and it works very efficiently. So now you're gonna go to plugins, boom, you wanna hit install, boom, your plugin should be there and you should see this. Now you wanna go back over there, do the same thing, but this time you won't type the word character, you're gonna type animate. You wanna type the word animate, you wanna select. So now that you type in animate, it'll show you other things. Yes, I have Moon Animator 2 in Legacy, but we will not be using Moon Animator 2. I don't really use that one as much anymore anyway. You're gonna select Legacy Animation Editor. It is made by Mirror Animations. It doesn't really matter, but it's okay. So now you're gonna hit install and then you're gonna click plugins again. Now you're gonna click load character and you should see the username Already Pro and this guy should pop up. Do not be discouraged because you can easily fix this, and if this appears like this, it is easy to fix that. Just click the blue square and X should appear and then you will be all set. Now you want to type in a username. I'm going to type in the name of my friend who I'm making this for. I'm making it for two people, a boy and a girl. So here's the dude, Jaden VG2, spawn R15. He did not appear. Wait, yeah, there he goes. Okay, do not worry if they are in the ground like this. It is easy to fix this. Just want to click properties. Then you want to select this. It should highlight this whole box and just hit backspace. And now you're just going to type a little bit. I'm going to type 0, 0, 0, comma. I'm just playing, joking around. You don't do this. You just type in 0, 3. Make sure 3's in the middle. Then you want to hit comma 0. Make sure it looks just like this. And then once you hit enter, they'll be perfectly standing like this. And if you wonder how you get it to move around smoothly like this, then I'll show you. Let me put this back in.
What we do here is go back.
Okay, boom, he's back in position. Okay. Now that you have your character ready, you want to select animation editor, hover it until this blue box appears, and select. If you have this big blue box around your character, just select, just go back to Explorer, like that movie. Just go back to Explorer and select Workspace, and it will disappear. It will not ruin anything. It'll just make the blue box disappear, and it won't be around your character anymore. Now you can see everything more clearly. I'm not gonna pose my character, neither am I going to show you how to pose your character. I can show you how to do that in another video if you want, but now we're just gonna shift over to the next person. And no, I'm not gonna do a transition cut edit, no. I'm just gonna type in her name and get this man out of here, because I already have things saved for them. The character, highlight this and backspace. So now I'm gonna type in my other friend's name, Kiba, the boss, 1. I hit 2. I am so goofy. 1. Boom, there she is. Spawn R15. And now here she is. She spawned perfectly. Why did nobody? Oh, because it was already set, kind of. So I already have a pose set for her. Her pants or something got deleted. I don't know what happened to this. I don't know what happened to her. It doesn't even really matter. Now that I have everything really set for them, let's just switch over to Blender so I can show you how to get your settings right and how to manipulate it. Alright, now that we are in Blender, you just want to left click, and that should make that thing disappear, that little home screen thing. And you want to hit X on your keyboard, and now you want to left click when that little notification pops up. Now you want to hit File. You want to hit Import, wavefront.obj. You want to find your file with all of your characters in it, and you want to find the username or whatever you save the file as .obj. Now I'm going to import obj, and your character should appear like this. An easy way to get color around your character if it appears like white or grayish like this, the easy way to fix it is just to click on this little snowball thing right here and select Imperial, and it will do this. But no, you don't want this, because this looks all foggy and bad. You want to have, hold on, Jesus, I'm ruining this. You want to have solid. You know, you want to have solid selected. Only because solid looks better, and this is why. If you go over here and click this little plus, if you scroll down, it says shading. Make sure shading is, you know, drop down or whatever. And when it hit textured solid, look how better that looks. It's darker, more full colored and everything. Oh god, I zoomed in. I did not mean to do that. That low-key jump scared me, I'm not gonna lie. So now you want to turn quality up to 100, and I'm gonna make this 800 by 800 or 800 squared. That's why they call that. That's why they call stuff squared, because it's that number times that number. That's why they call it squared. Or to the second power or whatever. KV just dropped a math lesson on y'all. Let me stop. So now you want to go to shading, find alpha, and you want to make sure you change sky to transparent. This will make it a PNG. Change your compression to 100. It shows the full color. You could do 8 or 16. It doesn't really matter. I like to do 16 sometimes just to mess with it. You know, give it a little flavor to it or whatever. Make sure this says PNG. The only time this is changed, unless you're making another kind of image, that's the only time you ever, and I mean ever, change that. It's the only time you ever change that. So now you want to right click on this black orb connected to this little pole thingy here. I'm going to right click it. Also hold down shift and press F to move around. WASD to move in all the you know, regular cardinal directions. Got W for north, A for this way, S for south, D for west, you know, whatever. Then E and Q to move up and down. And then you hold down these buttons and click shift again to move faster. And if you hit shift F again, it won't do anything. You have to left click to stop moving, and then you have free control of your mouse again. So now you want to move around your grid or a canvas. I like to call it canvas, but I'll just call it grid for the video. Also, another thing, if you want to make a vertical like a vertical layout for your GFX, you want to go over here. Hold on, let me go over here where it says resolution. If you want to make a vertical layout, make sure this number up here at the top is smaller than this number, then it will be vertical. So if I change this to 900, you see nothing changed, but if you go over to the camera over here, it's changed size. It's not a square anymore. It's a rectangle. It's vertical. Why is it vertical? Because this is smaller than this, making it vertical, and it's a rectangle, and it's like in phone mode. It's like a vertical phone mode, like you're watching a TikTok. So now if you put this back to 800, aka the same number, it's a full square. That's why that happens. And if you make this number 900 instead of the other number, it is a rectangle. As you can see, it becomes a rectangle. But that's not what you want. You want this number and the bottom number to be the same, so you have a square. Only reason it's a square because I'm making like a PFP kind of image. Okay, so now turn this way. Now you want to select this curve, aka rotate, so this orb with the green and the red and the blue appears in whatever and whatnot. So now you want to scroll down here like you're playing Minecraft or something. You want to scroll down here, and you should see this, like a little white dot with a yellow glow around it and like the little arrows in the corners. Select this. This is your lamp. You want to select sun. If I'm going too fast for you, slow the video down, or like go back a little bit if I'm going too fast for you. So now you want to move around. Give me a second. I did not mean to do that. Move around or whatever over here. I'll explain more clearly in the next one. Alright, left click to stop moving. Okay, so now you want to select this, again, the arrow. I like to call it the arrow, but supposedly it's translate. Well, translate is like a whole different thing, but okay. I'm going to move the green one to move in this direction. All of these are the directions. Then you want to move this one. And boom, that's perfect for me. So now you want to select the curve again, or rotate. And you want to rotate this. It may be hard to get the hang of it at first. See, now it's turned into a sun. You see, now that's why they call it sun. And this little white thing that you see going all around the screen whenever I move, that is your sun ray. That is why that does that. That is your sun ray. Okay, so now you want to get the hang of this. It's kind of hard to do this. If it's hard to do this when you do it, it's because that you haven't selected R. If you click R, it will bring out the second menu, making this easier to move. Because this is just horizontal, and horizontal moving is horrible when you're using this. You want to select R, and this will become red and green, and it moves in other directions. So once you move this around in a circle a little bit, it will become very, very easy. Just move it around in a circle for a little bit, and eventually you will get the hang of how to move this. So if you move up, it goes up. If you go down, it goes down. If you go left, it goes right. And if you go right, it goes left. So now you want to get this position, and boom, I'm going to put it right in the character's face, just like that. So now you want to right click the little square over there with the triangle. That goes back because that is your camera, like I said before. Shift F to move in your camera. Shift to move faster. WASD, EW, everything else that you've already been told in any other tutorials probably seen. So now you want to go in just like this. Character is perfectly aligned, just like that. Boom, perfect. So now you want to scroll down here. You're in your this is your second camera. This is like your camera data. You can select this. This is kind of cool. It puts your whole character in. It's kind of cool or whatever. It makes like wherever you had your camera selected on, and then it goes back and shows the rest of it. It is very, very cool, but I don't use that. It is very cool, but I don't use it. Look how cool that looks. Then you go to panoramic. Panoramic adds like a little effect to it. Which I don't really mind it too much. I like perspective better. So you want to go down here and you see you have all of this stuff. You can select mist or all of this, but you won't select any of these. What you want to do, you want to go over here to camera. You want to scroll down. I actually do not remember where I found this. It's very important though. Oh yeah, hit 0 again and no, go up E. I'll show another tutorial on how to do more of this, how to get the settings right. Select the sun again, go over here, and if you scroll down, it shows no shadow and ray shadow. Have ray shadow selected and click on the color here. And you want to make this like a lightish gray, somewhat around in this area, because it will make the shadows not too dark and not too light. You want to have it in that grayish area. And once you have that done, just click on this again and then hit render. And boom, now you get some pretty nice shadows. See, this is darker here, this is lighter here. The shadows aren't too dark and not too light. If you are unhappy with how the shadows look, you can just click on the sun again, go to this and like raise it up once more. Then you go up, go back to the camera and hit render again. And as you see, the shadows have changed. They are lighter and they look awesome. Now you want to go over image and hit save image or whatever. So now we're going to move on to the next one. And now my friend Heba has been imported. She looks weird and grayish. We're going to do this again. And render. As you see, if it looks all foggy and weird like this, you see this fog in her hair, doesn't really look too nice. You want to go over sun and you want to turn off specular. Turn off specular and it will take off these weird highlights that you do not need. As you see, because you already have highlights in the hair. You do not need all this extra highlight. So then you want to go back over here and hit render again, and the hair looks all nice and beautiful just as it should look. And if you see all this around here that you don't really need all this dark area, you can go back to the sun over here. And then if you go back down over here and you make the shadow even lighter, because if you don't go up here, it is almost no shadow, or it makes it like very, very kind of bright-ish. It takes away pretty much all of the shadow and it removes some of this weird fuzzy stuff. But you want to have shadow because it adds to it. So you want to keep it around this gray area, like I said before. Then once you render, you get that nice, beautiful shadow look that you are looking for. So then now, if you click this button here, it takes away all the shadow everywhere. All the shadow, but you do not want that. And if you click on this thing here, this is environment lighting, I think. No, that's not environment lighting. You want to go over here and you want to turn this on, because I never told you about this, but if you turn on environmental lighting, it also adds like something else to this that makes it kind of pop. And you just hit render and boom, it looks awesome. It is amazing. Once you turn on environmental lighting, it makes everything pop, just boom, awesomeness. And now look how great that looks. Okay, now that we are in Photopea, you want to go over here and select new project. You want to go over here to YouTube profile and social. You want to select the one that says 800 by 800 px. This stands for pixels. So now you want to go over here and select transparent. You don't want to select custom because you can change it in here. So you want to hit create. And if this looks very complicated, trust me, it is not. I will help you get through every single thing. You just have to stay with me. Stay with me and listen very closely. So now you want to go over here and you want to select rectangle select, aka M on your keyboard. So now you want to start at the corner. Do not start in like this. You want to start at the corner, have some space over here. And you want to bring this over the whole thing. Boom, just like that. So first I'm going to do Jaden first. So now you want to go down here and find gradient tool, aka G on your keyboard. You want to right click it and then paint bucket tool and gradient tool should appear. You want to select paint bucket. You want to go down here. You want to click on one of these squares and you want to change the color. For me, I'm feeling nice purple, kind of bluey. So we're just gonna click around this area. Now boom, got a nice purple, kind of bluey, you know. And now I'm gonna make this real dark. And then just gonna click OK. And then boom, paste. So now this should give you a nice contrast look. And we aren't actually going to use this. This is just to save us some time. JVG2. And boom, just like that, he appears. He didn't tell me what color he wanted. So based off this and what I think would pop with this, giving him a nice blue, red, or green would make this pop off. I mean, perfect. But this is giving me kind of vibes. I'm gonna keep up with the mood of it since it's got all this black, gray, white. You know, I'm gonna try to keep up with the theme, and I'm gonna go. You wanna? Oh, also, yeah. Hold on. You wanna double click this. Wanna double click the active layer that you have selected. Make sure you have the GFX layer selected. You wanna double click it, and then you wanna select stroke. Check this off right here, and then you wanna click on it, and this should appear. So I'm gonna make this white and I'm gonna click OK. As you see, it has this around it. So I'm gonna change this to a 5 and see how this looks. Okay, 5 looks good. Oh no, let me see. Yeah, 5 looks good. Alright, so now you're gonna go out here to the outer glow. Now you're gonna click this and boom, it should appear. So now you're gonna change this to a white and you're gonna click OK. So now you're gonna click size and you're going to increase it so the character starts glowing. And then okay, now boom, look at that, your character is glowing, it's on and popping, character looks good, awesome. Perfect. Okay, so now you want to go over here and go to your background, click this, select color overlay, and then you can change the color in here to any color you want, but I want a color that makes this kind of pop off and contrast very, very well. So I'm gonna select like a nighttime purple sky kind of look, and boom, look at that, that just pops off. Don't that look perfect and good and nice?
Nope. Fate Entertainment.